Hello and welcome. My name's Robert Frampton. I'm a solicitor in Herrington Carmichael's employment team, and this is TUPE Tuesdays. So this week we'll be looking at what does it mean if TUPE applies. So there's various obligations under TUPE, and we'll be going into these in more detail in the coming weeks, but today I want to give you an overview of the key points. So first key point is that if TUPE applies, all the employees of the company that's either selling its assets or outsourcing its service would transfer to the recipient of those assets or services. The recipient company would be obliged to maintain their continuous employment and all their benefits, subject to some exceptions, which we'll be discussing later on in the week. Next key point is that the employees will have protection from dismissal for the sole or principal reason of the transfer. Again, there's some exceptions around that, and we'll go into that in more detail next week. There's also restrictions on varying contracts of employment for the sole or principal reason of transfer. Again, slightly more complicated, and we'll go into more detail on next week, but that's the key principle, is that issues can arise if you're looking to vary contracts of employment. One of the most important obligations, and probably one of the most infamous, is the obligation to inform and consult under TUPE. There are obligations to inform and consult as it sounds. These are slightly distinct from those under redundancy situations, so please do be careful. Key point to remember here is that if you fail to inform and consult, potentially this can give rise to a claim for up to 13 weeks gross pay per employee, so it is very important. It can lead to substantial liabilities. The other main obligation is for the seller of the assets or outsourcer of the services to provide what's called employee liability information to the recipient of those assets or services. Again, going into more detail on that in the coming weeks. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.